Welcome everyone to your numerology reading for March. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Hope you guys are having a great March. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, my friends. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you this month. We have personal growth. Spirit is talking about that big old personal growth that you have going on within yourself. You might not even notice it, that it's going around, but it definitely is, because you have the Judgment card coming out. And the Judgment is talking about it is a time now for the significant change in growth and progressing along your way. It's something that you've been really working on hard. And the good news is that you've been really kind and fair to yourself, working healthy towards the things that you need to do for yourself through the personal growth. So also, though, recognizing that you have also worked for others as well. Let's not forget about that, because that also helps us within our personal growth. So this card is definitely talking about the reason you're getting the rewards and the good news and prayers have been answered is because you're now on top. Your success is on the horizon and right there at your fingertips. You'll be able to see this growth going on as you continue down this road. So if you do feel any kind of shifts or anything around you that seems a little like, I wonder why this is coming through. And this is because your prayers have been answered. This is for the passion. So I passionately accept and love myself. So, even by helping others, you are helping yourself become more aware of other people's needs and, what they deserve as well as what you deserve. Okay, so definitely having the transformation coming through with the four. The four is talking about that stability within yourself and feeling the nurturing that's going on around you. And we see a lot of green going on. And this is definitely talking about that heart chakra really being open, as well as all the purple with the intuition and unifying yourself with your higher self. So very beautiful. Any obstacles and challenges that you were going through are now kind of, they're kind of fading away, right? You're going to see them kind of go back into, I don't know, just kind of like shadow out. You can kind of see them shadowing out as everything's coming more into light. You're going to notice that there's not as much obstacles and challenges surrounding you. All of that you've already done and you've already succeeded through, you get a time of peace. So definitely love that. Okay, so crossing bridges. It's a time for healing, connecting, and mending and releasing. So any bridges that you still need to cross, you can just go ahead and release those, right? And you don't need to burn any more bridges or do anything like that. And it feels like you've already cleared a lot of bridges. And that was one of the, things that kept the Faraday alive. Not only for you, but like I said, probably somebody else as well. So let's get some tarot cards over here. So very nice. Okay, so, and really, crossing this bridge, whether or not you're helping someone else or not, you definitely were mending and releasing anything that was not needed at the time. So, instead of burning bridges, it feels like, you're mending them. And maybe they were bridges that you did burn at one time and you decided now to mend them, having the Hangman come out. And it was a place, maybe it was a place you did feel like it was a little bit of a sacrifice to have to do so, to get this done. Maybe they didn't want to, take anything from you or want to mend anything with you at the time, or maybe you felt like, I didn't really want to either, but I have to do it. And you're being rewarded for this, really rewarded for that. As the good blessing comes through and the good news, you'll be dealing with the Pisces. With the King of Wands coming out, it's saying, this is the courage that you have possessed within yourself to really take the action that maybe you didn't really want to take at the time. But, after a while, it just becomes more self-reassuring and more self-gratifying in the end, because you're going to feel like, I did what I was supposed to do. And this will end those obstacles and challenges, right? And it really brings in the Wheel of Fortune for you because it's making this cycle change for the things that you really want, really bringing in, you know, a lot of new things for you, a lot of good things. And it really brings in more pleasure. And you're going to feel like you're in a more pleasurable place if you already don't already, right? Because you could say, well, yeah, it was overwhelming, but, you know, I really do feel like I'm supposed to do this. And it's really bringing in a lot of the personal growth for yourself as you're learning to do so and really bringing in this passion. It is going to be a slow process. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Pisces, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, you know, but you're saying it, but it's worth it, right? It's worth it. And then, you know, as you're wanting this to happen and trying to make this happen, you know, Spirit is over here saying, well, yeah, because I see what you're doing. You know, you're giving the recognition to the loved ones, even if there was a burned bridge, even if, you know, there was healing involved. Maybe we had a healing in, you know, conversation that healed us both. But it's definitely talking about the reason, you know, this is such a big thing is because, you know, you have succeeded in growing and progressing. Don't forget that, right? So anything that's left to do now, Spirit says, go ahead and do. Make sure that you are doing it for the perfect timing. Go ahead and show that emotion. Use that passion. Finish the job if the job needs to be finished. Do not allow anyone, you know, to hide out, you know, within the moon, right? You know, because then the healing can be really begin and you have the healing here, right? So whether or not you need healing, they need healing, maybe the two of you really need healing, but then it will make it go the way it needs to go to light up a new path within yourself and for maybe them as well, right? And really connecting, and it's a healthy choice. And look, even if you're not going to be the, you know, the lovers that you were before, or you're not going to, you know, really 100%, you know, patch things up 100, at least it will be enough to say we're on the same, you know, the same ideas, you know. I've apologized, they've apologized, we've kind of come to, you know, the determination that this is where the healthiness needs to go. For others of you, it's actually going to mend it back to the love that you really need, whether it's within a family member, you know, a child, a loved, you know, your loved ones, let's put it that way, because it's going to really unite that. Within the personal growth, it's also reuniting you with your spirit, saying this is what we're supposed to do, right? And really bringing back that imprints of love and nurturing and really wanting to nurture the situation. And I feel like you also know that as you're mending this, even though they might have been trying to hide out from the situation, they're going to kind of come back and say, fine, you know, because it feels like, hey, look, we're going to mend this together. And Spirit says, this is what I want. This is the overall revelation I need. I want you to do this. Okay, so getting over here, you have the, wow, the Nine of Pentacles coming out saying, well, look, everything's going to be fine in the pasture. Right? Everything's going to be hum-ho, going to feel that pleasure and going to feel like there's other travels and other resources around you to be able to get to where you need to be. I feel like some of you are dealing with some kind of Capricorn. And then we have the escape, right? Because it did feel like maybe you were saying, well, how can I do this if they keep trying to escape? How am I going to do this when they don't want to talk to me? You know, maybe they actually stole from me. How am I going to mend this? But you do. And that's where the personal growth came. Said, you know, I'm just going to confront the situation. And I do feel there was a confront, you know, that you are either going to now confront the situation or you've already tried, but you were doing it so lovingly, you know, even though there was an obstacle and a challenge. You know, maybe they stole your heart. For some of you, it does feel like they did thieve something from you and you want the answers. Yeah. And there comes the message. And maybe that's why they were hiding out. But you're trying to be more reassuring within the situation. It was a past situation that you want to like mend the situation. You're like, whatever. It was 10 years ago you stole my stereo. But why you got to hide out? Why you got to treat me like this? So your own personal growth, you're putting the past behind you and you're saying that's fine. But, you know, we can mend this. because I don't want to keep this baggage anymore. So with the Two of Swords, it's saying, look, we can take different directions. We can do reconsiderations about what the truth is and get this justified. And it just feels like, yeah, well, if they're hanging around, it's definitely not just somebody you're going to go reach out to, right? You're doing it for a reason. And yeah, they're definitely hiding out, and you're saying nope. So whether this is something that's already happened, and you're getting your just rewards now for completing the situation, or it's getting ready to start. Spirit says, hey, however it is, here comes the new path, and wait for your well-deserved rewards. Excuse me. Because no matter what, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you're taking the control and you're being the emperor for the situation, getting this back to where it's supposed to be. And like I said, it does have a lot of gratification inside of it, right? So not only is it going to be this healthy feeling for yourself through this personal growth of how to communicate these types of situations, it's also going to make that monkey get off your back and say, oh, I'm not going to deal with the obstacle and situation anymore, right? Tired of walking around not feeling good. I'm going to speak my truth. Oh, right? Or I already had spoke my truth, and now Nine of Cups are coming to me, however it is, right? Okay, my friends. And that was it for you. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.